you have a Pfizer report coming out, which the word is, it's historic. That's what the word is. That's what I hear. And if it's historic, you're going to see something. And then perhaps even more importantly, you have Durham coming out shortly thereafter. He's the U.S. attorney, and he's already announced it's criminal. And we'll see what happens.
President Trump going on the attack after reports Inspector General Michael Horowitz found an FBI employee altered the FISA application used to spy on the Trump campaign in 2016. Former Arkansas Governor and Fox News contributor Mike Huckabee joins me now to talk about this. You want to say I told you so? Is it too early?
Well, let's not be too anxious to talk about it in terms of that it's done. But it does reveal that there has been a deep state attempt, a conspiracy, if you will, an attempted coup and a cover-up. But I do think it's going to unravel, and a lot of people who have been strutting their stuff all across the nation's capital are going to start looking for lawyers, and they're, I think, going to come to a very just conclusion before this is all over.
Yeah, just so the audience understands, it's a former FBI lawyer who's under criminal investigation after allegedly altering documents that were related to the surveillance of the Trump campaign advisor. And, you know, again, this could just, all you need is that first thread. And President Trump, we heard him coming in, even mentioning the Durham investigation as well. It feels like there's going to be a massive sea change with respect to the collusion narrative, the investigation narrative, and I wonder how Washington, D.C. is going to handle that.
I don't think they're going to handle it very well. But here's what America needs to think about this. This isn't about, oh, boy, we got them now. These people that hate Trump, aren't we going to be glad that they, get theirs? Look, I'm not happy about this. Let me tell you why. If we have that level of corruption in the highest levels of law enforcement in this country, then our country is in real trouble. The reason it has to get cleaned out, Charles, is because no nation, a nation that is lived by with the rule of law, can allow the ones who enforce the law to break the law. That's the ultimate violation, really, of the trust of the American people. That's why this is really genuinely important. This isn't about helping Donald Trump. This is saving the republic.
The campaign aide targeted by this FISA document, Carter Page, actually spoke to Fox Business earlier today about the intentions behind the alleged document altercation. Just take a listen.
And the main reason they're doing it is they wanted to dirty up then-candidate Trump and the entire Trump campaign, and it really was a dark cloud hanging over the campaign until the election in November 2016, through the transition, and going on years now into the early years of President Trump's first administration.
So, I understand where you're coming from. It's something that the Republic needs, and we need these safeguards to keep us going. But, Carter Page's life has been hell, and the accusations have never stopped. So you can feel his angst there, can't you?
You can, and he has every right to feel that. If anyone in this country has a right to be outraged and to demand some level of justification or justice, it's Carter Page. He's been smeared relentlessly by those who hated Donald Trump and just used him as a punching bag. So I hope that when this is all over, to the best it can be done, he gets his good name back. I'd love to see him get damages for the things that have been done to him, and that he can show that he deserves monetary damages for the manner in which he has been treated and smeared, and that his professional life has been upended.
Governor, thank you very much. Always appreciate your thoughts.
Thank you, Charles.
Now, the IG's office is declining to comment on the story as of right now.